20 questions with...
My name is Michael Horse.
Michael, welcome to 20 Questions with. How are you today?
I'm really good, considering the possibilities of things that could happen to me. I'm doing just fine.
I'm very pleased to hear it. Okay, Michael, your 20 questions are starting from now.
Yeah.
Are you a morning or night person?
Well, I used to be a night person. I was a musician. I'd be up all night. I'd probably sleep till noon. But now that I'm older, I go to bed a little earlier and I get up in the morning. I've got chickens and I've got a little grandson that lives with me, and I kind of like being an early person now. It's a whole world that I haven't experienced for a long time, you know?
Yeah.
I still don't like getting up real early. I got chickens that sleep in late.
Oh, that's lucky, because it's lucky you haven't got one of those cockerels that wake you up about 3 in the morning or something.
That ain't happening. He'd do that once and it'd be over for him.
I think there would be murder in mind at that point, yeah. What is your favourite meal or your favourite dish that you like to eat?
Oh, it's fried chicken.
So you're a fried chicken fella, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm a fried chicken. I mean real fried chicken, not that Kentucky fried stuff. Real Southern fried chicken that's cooked in a cast iron skillet with some lard in it. Cooked till it doesn't have a vitamin left in it.
That's a good way of describing it. Yeah.
I got friends that are vegans. They do yoga, man. They drop dead at 65, and I'm still here, man.
You're doing okay there, Michael. You're doing fine, man. Something's working. Yeah. If aliens landed outside your house, what would be the first thing that you'd say to them?
Oh, geez. I would hope that they would be more advanced than us and they would be wanting to share. But from, being an indigenous person and watch what happens when other cultures come and other cultures, it's usually not good. So I probably wouldn't say anything to them because I'd like to not be there when they come.
Yeah. What's the best piece of advice you've been given?
Don't be a jerk.
Yeah.
And to listen.
Yes. The beach or the woods?
Oh, it's the beach. I'm a woods person. My stepfather that raised me, my adopted stepfather, he was an outfitter, and I grew up, going on hunts with him and fishing, and I like the woods, but I'm a beach person.
What is your favorite alcoholic beverage?
Whiskey, bourbon.
Bourbon, yeah.
Yeah. A little bit of water, with a splash of water in it.
A little bit of water in it. No other mixer, yeah.
People ask me, "What's your favorite wine?" I said, "Beer."
Yeah, because
I'm not a heavy drinker, but if I'm going to, I'll have a glass of bourbon.
Yeah,
Scotch.
Yeah. If you could invite one famous person, alive or dead, to dinner, who would it be and why?
Crazy Horse.
Okay.
I would like to know what he thought about the invading culture that was coming into his territory and what they thought about it. It must have been very, very strange to see these people come and killing animals for no particular reason. Trains coming that had smoke and made loud noises and people fencing off the land. It must have been pretty much like an alien invasion. So I would like to, and Crazy Horse was a holy person. I would like to know, my elders told me a long time ago, you want to know about any culture, find out what they find sacred and what they find funny. So, I'm always asking people from other cultures, tell me a joke, gives you great insight into them. But I would love to have some time with Crazy Horse.
Have you ever roller skated?
No, I don't put stuff on my feet.
No.
I dabbled in the skateboard a couple of times. The first time I fell off, this isn't for me. I'm not skiing. I'm not ice skating. not going to happen. And I'm a fairly athletic person. I rodeoed for years, and I don't put stuff on my feet.
What was your least favorite subject at school?
Math.
Yeah, same here, actually. Yeah.
You had those long questions. If Bill left London and headed for Sussex, and how long would it take? I don't care. He's going to get there when he gets there. It's really funny. I was in the Amazon years and years ago talking to the Yanomami, and their counting system was one and more than one.
Yeah.
I have one and I have more than one.
That's it. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
I was reading something the other day that said during the pandemic of Isaac Newton's time, he invented algebra. How bored do you have to be that you're going to invent algebra? Or was calculus one of the two? Yeah.
Algebra was probably the most mind-numbing thing I had to learn at school. I hated it, and it's coming from no use whatsoever in people's lives. No use whatsoever. You didn't need it. It's the most useless subject going. Yeah. Do you think fortune cookies bring you fortune?
No, they don't.
No.
I'm not a. I've met people with great insight, but I'm not one on fortune tellers or psychics or fake medicine men and all that stuff.
What was your first childhood toy?
A stick. We were pretty poor, man.
Yeah.
I grew up in Los Angeles, but my grandma would take me home to Southern Arizona to the people, the Yaqui people, and and it's just you go out in the desert and play, man. You didn't have a lot of toys, you just pick up. But sticks were great, man. It could be a machine gun or a sword or a snake or a rocket ship. It's my little grandson. He's always on his computer, and every now and then I take it away from him because I worry. And then he's out there playing with an empty cardboard box. Stick.
Yeah. What music do you like listening to?
Traditional music, blues, rhythm and blues, real country music. I was a musician for years. I played fiddle and mandolin. And, I played with a lot of country greats, and I'm great passion for especially the blues.
If you could travel back in time to any point in history, where would you go and why?
Oh, I think I'd like to see Hawaii before the outsiders came there. It must have been incredible. And, Southern California, I talked to old timers here, and, they, the native people live here, they said that there was salmon in every little creek, and there were the ocean was just full of seafood, and there were seabirds, and just mounds and mounds of shellfish, and it must have been pretty much the Garden of Eden here.
I bet, yeah. Do you believe in ghosts? And if so, have you ever seen one?
Well, again, I live near the Berkeley area. I'm the most un-New Age guy in this whole town, but yeah, there's something out there. There's a lot of things that are way above my pay grade. I've a friend. He's a holy man, and he'll clean houses away from things, and sometimes I'll help him. He needs help. He needs help with the medicine and stuff, and he'll go, "They're in here. You want to see him?" I went, "No, I'm here to help you. I don't want to see him." He goes, "I'll show him to you." I go, "No, thank you."
Yeah.
I always love these horror movies, where it's like native people. You go into a house and some start speaking to you from the wall. We're gone. Non-native people go, "Well, we could stay here for a while." Then went Margaret into the wall,
No, we're off down the pub for a pint. Yeah.
Yeah. First time I hear "Get out," well, I'm gone.
So that's that fight or flight thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Name a country you'd like to visit that you haven't already.
Africa.
Yeah.
I want to see those animals while they're still here, and I want to talk to some of the tribal people.
Oh, yeah.
I've been pretty much all around the world. Africa's the one place I haven't been to.
That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Yeah, to see that country. When was the last time that you cried?
Oh, I'm amazed. I'm a pretty sentimental guy. I think about a couple of weeks ago, I was watching some stupid movie and my eyes, I tear up all the time, I used to watch these old, you watch some of these old westerns, and they tell, don't cry, be like the Indian people. What kind of culture doesn't have emotions, doesn't have tears?
Sure. It's important to release emotion.
I'm the kind of guy, man. I can drop a brick on my foot and I'll be screaming, but I'll be in pain. I don't cry, but I'll be watching some sentimental movie. I'm watching E.T. or something. I'm weeping.
Yeah,
get him back home. Get him. When I had to say goodbye to Margaret, to the log lady, everybody said, why weren't you crying? And I said, she was my friend. I just wanted to portray how brave she was.
Yeah. Dear Catherine. Yeah. Okay. Let's give you this one, Michael. Coffee or tea?
Oh, coffee.
Yeah. Well, that would be understandable, I suppose. Yeah. Connection.
Yeah, strong coffee. Strong coffee.
Strong coffee.
If I can see the bottom of it, it's not done.
Oh, so you like it black? You don't have milk in it, no?
No,
straight coffee. Yeah.
I was weaned a long time ago.
Have you ever been up in a hot air balloon?
Yes. There's a big, especially in New Mexico, there's a big culture of hot air balloons. We have a huge festival, and many times I've been up in the balloons, and I've helped the riggers send the balloons off, and I've been the tracker to see where they go. You follow them in a truck. It's quite something to be up there. You get a bird's eye view. I've often wondered, what it's like to be in flight, and you get up there and see what the eagles and the hawks see. Yeah,
because you've got the 360-degree view, haven't you? If you don't get in a plane and stuff,
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. What motto do you like using?
What motto? God, I don't know. I don't know if I have a motto. I think it changes day by day. Probably stay alive.
Yeah, that would be that's quite an important one.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and not to be grateful. Every ceremony, every traditional native ceremony, and all over the world. We were all tribal people one time. All has to do with some kind of gratitude. It's like, even I asked my elders, I said, well, we're not quite sure, but we're just saying thank you and please don't stop, And if you're a grateful person, you're less apt to be a jerk.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting into that mindset, isn't it, to be grateful? Because sometimes we forget so easily those things, and we focus on the bad things.
You're less apt to covet somebody else's stuff if you're a grateful person,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Michael, you have completed the 20 questions. Well done.
My prize would be, what did I win?
You've won another
the mushy
20.
Peas.
You've won another.
Some mushy peas.
When the COVID dies down a bit, Michael, I'll throw you over. I'll send you over a month's supply of mushy peas. How's that?
I was so disappointed last time it was in London, because I haven't been to London for 35 years, and I wanted to get some fish and chips, and it was so upscale now. I said, no, where's that greasy stuff that wrapped in newspaper, where the grease is soaked all the way through. It doesn't even resemble a fish. Where'd that go?
Yeah. Everything changes though, Michael, doesn't it? Every tradition, every kind of thing you remember seems to change. update, become a bit more swanky now and higher priced, and
God, I went down to Los Angeles where I grew up, and I was so excited to go to my favorite taco place, and I'm staring at some place called Lemonade. I don't want a kale taco.
No.
I don't want to know anybody that wants a kale taco.
Yeah. Well, Michael, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. I do appreciate that.
Well, back at you, pal. Back at you.
And I hope you guys also will enjoy this 20 questions. And we'll be back possibly with some more, depending how things go, in the future. So until then, please take care, guys, and goodbye.